Recording in progress.
Watercooler. Ba, 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 oh. Watercooler. Watercooler. Ba, 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 oh.
Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Corolla digital buds of yesteryear. With me today, all the way in Austin, TX, it's Mr. Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Howdy, Matt. And
Howdy.
then, howdy, partner. Do you say partner? Is that a thing in tech? Do they do that, or is that just a stereotype?
I have
shrimp on the
not
barbie.
heard. Yeah, I have not heard partner, but you definitely hear y'all, and they use it in ways that is mind-boggling.
You got to throw in a partner. See what happens.
All right, I'll try.
See how people react. And then all the way in North Hollywood, California, it's Mr. Mike Dawson.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, that's hot. Dude. Did you hear that? You hear that, Matt? That could be you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That could
was
be
amazing.
you all over Texas right
I need
now.
to smoke like 20 more packs of cigarettes though to get that gravel.
All right.
20
let's-
more.
Yeah.
20 more than you're currently smoking. Yes.
I mean, okay, so we know it sounds good in NoHo, CA. Let's hear how good it sounds in Long Beach, California. Give it up for Mr. Kalen Bean.
What's going on, partners?
No,
No?
I don't know.
No?
Doesn't really hit.
I think
Doesn't
it's
really
pretty
hit.
good, man.
Yeah.
I think that'll
What's
fly.
going on, partners?
No.
He's like that Steve Buscemi meme, like, "Hi, children. Hey, kids."
How do you do, fellow kids?
yeah, exactly.
while holding a skateboard, but like the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, there's only one way to find out how it goes on in Orange County, California, because he's here. Give it up for Mr. Gary Smith.
What's up, partnership?
Partnership.
We're businessy down here in SC.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like it. Didn't really hit it for me either. I mean, but maybe it's just a little too formal, Gary. But
That was almost medieval, though, like, hello, your partnership.
salutations, partnership.
Yeah, right.
All
My
right.
liege.
Yeah, I think NoHo CA is where it's at then, Matt. You can learn a little something from out there. But so good to see you guys. I am off the heels of a very large music trade show, NAMM, National Association of Music Merchants. Had a
Is
great
that where
time.
you bring all your CDs with you and you try to trade them?
Yeah, all we do is trade CDs,
Mhm.
trade
And
jewel
iPod
cases.
docks.
If it's still wrapped in that plastic that nobody can get off, it's worth more.
Yeah.
Chris has shell shock from NAMM. He's
I-
got the precursors of PTSD.
It's a lot. It's
He has
a,
PTSD.
Yeah, that's pre-PATSD.
and
Exactly.
only in the sense
It's
that
good. It's shell shock.
only in the sense that I just want to go back because I had such a good time. It's if you play musical instrument, it's Disneyland. Ironically, across the street from Disneyland, actually, but it's so cool. You see all these incredible instruments, all these new innovation in music technology that you didn't realize we even needed it, and then they do it, and it's like, oh, this is how we're gonna do it from now on. I bet because it's incredible. So saw a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of Bobo boys coming by saying hi.
Really?
Too. I got barked at. Yeah, so that's nice. What up,
Wow.
Water Cooler listeners? What's
Both
up,
in
Gary?
person
Gear
and
highlight.
online.
Dude? Oh yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec too.
What's the gear highlight? Give me one.
I'll
Give
give
me
you
one
the-
new innovation. I wasn't there this year.
The first thing that comes
Chris,
to
so
mind.
help me if you don't pick a Yamaha product.
Well, if you want to see Yamaha products, I suggest going onto their social media and seeing me showcase a few of them. But
Feel free to comment.
Yamaha is the best at everything and innovating in their own products, but there are innovations at NAMM that people just
let me tell you about one,
like.
Doss.
What?
Let me tell you about one.
Please. You remember when we saw air drumming for the first time? Sticks that
Yeah.
are a drum set, but there's no drums.
Yeah, imagine
Wow.
that. It's just sticks, and when you hit, it sounds like you're hitting a drum, but you're hitting air, baby.
Is
My
that
son got
real?
those for Christmas.
Yeah, see, Gary knows his son's air drumming right now.
What do you do for the foot pedal?
So you like Queen? There's probably a
Yeah.
pedal somewhere, like you just,
There's
or something you strap
there's
on your shoe.
It's a light disruptor. When your foot goes down, it cuts a beam of light and gives you a sound.
And when was that,
Oh my
Doss? That was
God.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So what's new?
The first time I went to NAMM Dawson and walk around in Dawson. I think that was one of his first names, if not his first one too. And we were just,
No,
wide-
I'd been like the 4 years before
all
that.
right. Well, we were just wide eyed and just so stoked to be there. and we're having beers, walking around, and Dot's like, "Oh my God, Chris, that's a huge speaker. You see that speaker over there? Oh, hey, will you do me a favor?" And I go, "Yeah, Dot's what?" He's like, "Will you stand next to it so I can take a picture for scale?" Like, and not even trying to be mean. It was a legitimate ask. He's like, "You just
legitimate ask.
I see, just stand next to it." And there is a picture of me standing next to the speaker. And I'm only in it for scale. Well, so they make. I love a guitar pedal, and if you want to see guitar pedals, they got all the top companies here, and you can sound like anything, like the Edge, for instance. You want to sound like the Edge?
Wait, U2 was there?
Yeah, was he on the was that pedal on the roof?
So I looked up at that roof on. And yeah, I just got sad. No U2 this year, unfortunately,
Right.
or any U2
Nor that
tribute
year.
band. For those who don't know this story, I saw U2 playing on a roof, and I got really stoked, and I bragged about it to everybody, and even got in a Twitter war with Bald Brian about it, and then only to find out later that afternoon that it was a U2 tribute band, and I was heartbroken, humiliated, and. Yeah.
Well, the Bald Brian aspect is really the worst because there's nothing worse than beefing with Brian and him being right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. But there's nothing on the flip side of that. There is nothing more satisfying than being correct when he's wrong.
Correct. That's true. It cuts both ways.
Yeah. Anyway, so guitar pedals, I could spend, I'm not even exaggerating, all day just working on a pedal board, trying different pedals out, changing
Can
the order.
confirm. I've seen you do that.
I love a pedal board. I love tweaking a pedal board. I love messing with it. So I'm going around. I'm seeing all the crazy pedals, and they're all incredible, and they're just getting better every year. But there's just one pedal that just caught my eye, Doss.
Yeah. Does it play the guitar for you?
It does something.
Oh,
for
tell
you.
me. Go. Sorry. Go.
It's called the fart pedal. And whatever you put through it, it just sounds like a fart. It makes it sound like a fart. So you strum a guitar, it's like it just sounds like something like you're farting. I'm like, why
Yeah.
would you need that? And
Well, I mean, have
it's
you
this
ever
whole
heard a
booth.
flatulent B string?
It's
Come on,
the
man.
B, yeah, see the brown note on the B string.
Right.
So it makes everything.
Why would you need that is a valid question, but my car, I can make my car fart.
That's right.
And I have I brought one of my friends to literal tears one day. He was so delighted with the fact that I can make my car fart over and over again. And it's probably the most joy I've ever seen on his face ever. Like,
No, I agree. That
Including
would
Now
his
translate that to the stage.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
and to a
was-
guitar setup. That's it. You don't need this, but you want it.
this would make sense, Gary, if your car company only made fart sounds, because this booth only made one product. It was not a guitar pedal company that just made a bunch of things that happened to make a fart pedal. The company was called like the Fart Pedal, and they only had one product, and it was
well, if
the
they only
fart
had one
pedal.
product, then presumably you should have been able to meet the inventor.
I was pretty busy. I didn't, but I just heard guitarists plugging into it, strumming what should be a beautiful G
G.
chord or B,
Right.
excuse me,
Right.
and it just comes out. It just makes a fart sound, and now
Now,
And it's loud.
wait a second. Are there octaves? Are there notes? Does it emulate
I
the
don't
tone,
think-
or does it just do the same fart?
you
'Cause
will.
that, while funnier, is not as useful.
You're right.
Not as useful.
Based off of what I heard,
Well, if I can play a pentatonic scale and farts, that could be more useful. I have more use out of the fart, but it's certainly not as funny
right?
as whatever you play into it. It just farts.
Based off of what I heard people playing out of it, the farts did vary, but I don't know if the pitch on the guitar affected it or not.
Okay, that's so interesting.
So this is the best part, Dust. So they're going into this amp, and it's just loud farts all day.
Are they? They're not close to you, right?
They're not close to us, no,
Okay.
but they are close
Yeah.
to this other booth called the Solace of Hope,
Oh, no.
which is it's literally right next to Solace of Hope, which is like so sad because this is a
was-
music company that focuses on grief and just
Right.
really just beautiful.
And they're next to farts. Somebody
serious-
is in trouble. Somebody
and
is
I'm
in
just
trouble.
like, oh my god,
Chris, was there at least a clever name for this product?
I think it's just called the fart pedal.
Oh, come on.
And like, yeah, and it's like,
This company needs to be calling Gary over here. Just you gotta come up
Now,
with something.
yeah.
The fart pedal. That's just lazy.
I know. But I mean, it's right to the point. It's right to the point.
I mean, Larry's Chili Dogs is a pretty good name for a place that makes pretty damn good chili dogs in
That's
Burbank.
a good point.
And if that's what you do and that's all you really do, throw it in the name. We make a fart pedal. What's our company name? Fart Pedal.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant marketing.
It's pretty. Yeah. I think I'm with Dawson too.
I have
don't
a,
know.
I feel like the
tell me what I'm getting.
fartle kicks pretty hard too.
Yeah. Practical question
yeah.
as a non-musician over here.
Picking it and ripping it. Just saying.
That's right there. Yeah.
What's
something.
the relationship between these pedals and a guitar? I don't
So-
understand. Why do you need a
So
pedal?
if I have an electric guitar and I plug straight into an amp, it'll sound like an electric guitar. But if I want to add, like, for instance,
A
delay
fart.
or a fart sound or like distortion or just a different sound, it would go from
It
a
goes
guitar
through there.
to the pedal to the amp. So you
And
can
you just activate it with your
modify-
foot.
Yeah, and you turn it on and it modifies the sound into.
They
something
could have
else.
called it the cheese. And then when you press the button, they have the graphic that says cut.
Look,
And
you're-
so you stomp on it and you're cutting the cheese.
boom.
All right, sorry. Follow-up question here. And this is really
Wait,
probably
we're
more.
having a marketing
do not
meeting for the fart
apologize.
pedal, by the way.
Why is there such a wide variety of pedals?
Oh.
Wouldn't one just need a pedal and then you can put whatever fart sounds you want into it?
Yeah,
Matt,
Sure,
you-
Chris, can I take this one?
go, Das,
Not
take it
only
away.
do different pedals have different sounds, you have a delay pedal, which you can
Like a
set
fart
the delay
after a
to
while.
Something you can
Yeah,
set like
yeah.
a 4-second delay, and when you hit it, you've got a repeating diminishing note. Then you
Oh, the
may
silent but
have
deadly
a,
right there.
then you may have the wah pedal, which is that thing.
yeah, that's
And then-
funky, Das.
So, and then you may have a reverb pedal for whatever reason. Like that's
right.
not on your amp. It's not only the pedals you use, it's also the order you put them in. So you know, it's pretty close to infinite, the amount of pedals you can have and the order you can put them in. It's not infinite, but it's
And then you just be
It's
running
exponential.
around on stage stomping on infinite pedals
Yeah.
while you're playing your music.
You do like it's called you can do like
Okay.
you basically river dance during your show. That's why all
Okay.
the pros you
Yeah.
see, they actually have a pedal, like their guitar tech has all the pedals with them and they know all the cues, so they all hit it. So the guy playing guitar and singing is just playing guitar and singing and doesn't have to worry about changing his
Okay.
tone because there's a guy in the back just switching all those around and stuff for him too. So that's part of it. Yeah, and I will say, and pedal order does matter. Like if you put let's say your long reverb and delay pedal in front of all your other pedals, like your distortion and your chorus, it's not going to sound like a fart, but it will sound like poop. Yeah. Now, so anyways, I love pedals. I love doing all that. By the way, they do make pedals that do all the like everything at once too. It's a lot of processing power. They're pretty expensive if you want a good one. May I suggest the Line 6 Helix? Now,
You don't want to just go on Facebook and find one on a marketplace somewhere and see how that turns out?
Yeah, it might be on there. All right, so oh dang it. All right. Anyway, so had a great time at NAMM. Spoke at the podcast panel. Had a fun time there. Answered.
Mouth licks.
Oh, dude. I mean, basically, my answer for all the Q&A was just like, oh, just see some mouth licks. People like you. That's all. That's all people know you for anyway. And then I just started crying right there. It was pretty embarrassing. And then saw some amazing performers. John Batiste played.
Oh.
Who is?
Are you sure it was actually him
This
and
was
not
actually
an
him.
impersonator?
He ended his set by playing the melodica, which is the little piano that you blow into. Have you seen that? It looks like a toy almost.
yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but you know he rips. So he just started playing When the Saints Go Marching In, and then just started walking to the crowd and basically just led a line of people walking around the crowd playing When the Saints Go Marching In. He's a New Orleans guy. He'll actually be doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Saw some like probably the best guitar player, I think, if not one of the best live, Matteo Mancuso, just an Italian shredder. But yeah, really incredible players. You're just in awe the whole time. It's almost too good. Everybody around you playing, that you're kind of nervous to even pick up a guitar and test it out, because it's like, oh man, I'm the worst player here. Because yeah, everyone is just.
That's why it was good for you to have me around.
That was nice. Yeah, it was like
because I was the
Saved
worst
by
guitar
me.
player there.
Saved by me.
Yeah.
You make me. Yeah, you make me look good. No.
Remember when we were checking out why can't I think of the amplifier name? I have one of them. He's our amp friend.
Milkman.
We were at the Milkman booth, and I was just fucking around with an amp and strumming a guitar. And the owner of Milkman says, "All right, Dawson, put the guitar down. I have real players who want to play." I'm like, oh, I look around. There's like 3 dudes staring. I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. I'm the worst player at NAMM.
You are not. Trust me, I guarantee you're not. But it's just a fun time walking around trying all the amps and pedals. I did see your drummer, Doss, from Smoking Kills.
Rainen, was he out there it looked like he was out there he plays with several bands. It looked like he went out there with a band.
He was out there with a group. I don't know. I didn't know the relation of the people around him, but I saw him and he's like, guys, let's hang out tonight. Let's hang out. And he really wanted to kick it. He's like, it was his birthday at midnight. He's like, dude, midnight.
Shit.
We're gonna party. You guys want to hang? Please come sit with us and hang. I'm like, it's 8:30.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm already tired. My dogs are barking, but yeah, I mean, to be young, my dogs literally are barking. All right. Speaking of that, so Yamaha very graciously posts like a fire hose, just released a ton of videos featuring me showcasing a few their products and doing contests, sweepstakes, whatever. And I had a lot of fun making them. So if you want to check it out, go to Yamaha Music USA on Facebook or Instagram.
Are you plugging Watercooler?
On that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. All the videos are me just going bam 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 now.
Yeah. He's showing the new electronic violin, and he says, "All right, so here you go." Bam, bam, bam,
That's right.
He doesn't even touch the instrument.
Everybody go watch him. It's
so good.
So those posts and some people from the company approach me. And they're just like, your videos are doing great. We love them. Everybody loves them. They were saying really nice, kind things about them. And they're like, but everybody keeps barking in the comments. They keep saying, what is that? Like,
wow, really?
And it was it was awesome. So thanks to all the listeners of this show for showing it some love, because I know where it's come from.
They can do better.
There were some
The
turtle
listeners can do
farts.
better.
There were some fishing comments. I mean, it was really wonderful stuff.
I love it.
It's just become like an additional sounding board for comments for this show. I love it.
But anyway, it was I had a lot of fun doing all that stuff, and yeah, I mean,
Is that going to be a thing going forward? Or are you going to just be like the face of Yamaha?
Who knows? But I mean,
think,
they'll like it. We'll
Based
see.
on those videos, I'm gonna say yes, because you look friggin' professional as heck, dude.
Yeah.
You look really good. You're
Chris,
doing a great job.
You're spokesman. You're with Yamaha the rest of your life.
Wow, thanks.
Good job.
I
They love you.
appreciate it,
They will
guys.
keep you forever.
But yes, I had a good time making them, and thanks again everybody for watching. But I mean, the last few days has been filled with nothing but music, and I've been loving it. I've been loving it, every second of it. It's just
Well, there's a thing in the audio world that we affectionately call floor noise, and it's the sound of a room. The floor noise at NAMM for 5 straight. We were there on site for at least 5 days, probably 6 setting up.
Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah. Wednesday to Saturday. Okay,
Yeah.
they give you Sunday off.
They don't do Sundays anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
thanks,
last
COVID.
day.
Smart. Yeah.
It's just Sunday. Nobody went on Sundays, I think. I don't know, but I thought it went better. It worked out a lot better that Saturday.
But
was
the level of floor noise is like a constant, like 80 decibel hum.
it's a lot of it sometimes seemed like, that scene in
Cannot
Ozark
escape.
where they're blasting a speaker down at Marty Bird in that little hole, and he just has to just take it, and he's getting tortured. Sometimes it would feel like that, only because it's just a lot of noise that just never
5
stops.
days.
That was a
of
deep pull. When was the
competing
last time you watched
noise.
Ozark?
I don't know.
That's also like
Yeah,
season
that was-
4. That's like
Yeah,
deep into Ozark.
That was a deep pull.
Wait, Ozark season 4, episode 12 is a deep pull. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I had to think, who's Marty Bird? Oh yeah,
I knew what you're talking about, Chris.
JB,
I know,
baby,
Matt-
come
Matt-
on.
Matt,
I
I
got
knew.
you.
I knew. It just took me a second. That's all.
Matt was nodding along.
I knew right away.
Yeah, he knew right away. But yeah, it was filled with music and as I said, it's one of my favorite weekends of the year. It's
I have
always
a-
good time.
I have a question for you guys, not so much for Chris, but for you guys. How would you feel if you texted a friend and asked them for a recommendation and they replied with a voice note that was from a different person giving you advice?
Wow.
do you
Was it
feel
a
about
celebrity? Was it a celebrity?
Yeah,
That
Sort
was-
of.
ended up
Was it
giving
Matthew
you the advice.
McConaughey? If
It
it was
was
Matthew
confused on what
McConaughey,
you're
Okay,
even asking.
Let me ask you guys this.
It's from
then.
season 4 Ozark,
Now,
Galen.
now
Pay
hold
attention.
on, Chris. Just to be clear, I'm not throwing shade. Ultimately, I liked it, but it was I was just an unusual thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was just too perfect. So I get a text from Gary asking for some recommendations for Korean barbecue. He's never been. He's going out to get some.
Yeah, don't ask the food expert.
What do we do?
Cool.
Well, Matt,
If I was going for fucking Texas barbecue, I probably would have blown in a text to you. But I'm going for Korean
Yeah.
barbecue,
Matt's
which
like, I
Chris
know-
routinely.
Chris is
makes
not
pilgrimage-
Korean.
I know
That's
this. I know
racist.
this speakeasy.
That's
over
racist,
in,
dude.
God, Gary.
Elton.
Chris makes pilgrimages to Koreatown for Korean barbecue like
do.
4 times a year.
I love.
Oh, I got a
Chris,
Korean. If you're going to
You can
downtown,
only
I got a
ask
Korean
Chris about
barbecue spot.
lumpia.
I was
So-
not going to downtown, but I was asking
Oh.
for general information on. Yeah, and it was funny, Chris, because the advice that came back, I called out before I sent you the text message.
Oh, you
I
knew it was
told my
coming.
wife that the recommendation was going to be quarters.
Okay, yeah. So I was with who I deemed to be, and a lot of the internet,
A lot of people on the internet think this person
Deems
is
to
a
be
Korean
the
barbecue
KBBQ
connoisseur.
guy, the expert. So imagine if you get this question and you look over to the person directly next to you who is an expert on the subject.
Wait, why were you just hanging with the Korean barbecue
that's-
expert?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because he's also a prominent music and podcast producer.
That's right. So we were hanging at NAMM. So he was literally right next to me, and I just look over and I show him the message, and I just hit that audio message where I'm like, just tell him what's up, and he just leaves.
So it
a
was
voicemail.
Matthew McConaughey.
Figure it was Matthew McConaughey. Yes. And-
That's a funny move. No, yeah, I approve.
Thank you. And Gary,
Even
knows
though I
me
don't know
too.
who this person
So
is.
To be clear, I know this person. I've met this person.
We've golfed
I know
with him.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've golfed
It
with
would've
him.
been-
Like, it was not completely out of left field, but it was a flex, I thought.
my
And
boy
it was like,
Chin.
oh shit, like he got me a verbal answer to my question from a person that is like renowned on the internet for knowing a lot about Korean barbecue.
That's the best.
I would have been
that's
more
actually
impressed.
The best. Go ahead.
I would have been more impressed if it was Anthony Bourdain.
Well, yeah, me
Oh,
too.
no.
If he's traveling through fucking the realms of time and space, then
Yeah.
that would be really impressive.
If you want to hear Anthony Bourdain, I got to give a shout out to my buddy Jonathan Kite, who's been releasing these videos of Anthony Bourdain, and his impression is spot on. So if you're missing some Bourdain,
Yeah, I really enjoyed
watch
the
his videos.
Costco
Check
one.
those out.
Because it's eerie how good he is. All right, we got a lot to get into. We have comments. I do have a bus and makes me feel good. If you guys want to listen to a little continuation
we
for
do.
my bus trip. And then Dawson did mushrooms, so we can go.
No, I believe what he said was he had a successful mushroom trip.
What makes a
Very
successful
successful.
trip, Doss?
Some sort
Great
of
visuals, great
enlightenment.
body high, some sort of enlightenment, a little bit of freak out.
Mhm.
So my best friend from first grade came into town, and I cleared my schedule. I didn't book any comedy shows this weekend. I said, dude, we're just gonna hang at my house. We're gonna watch 80s MTV. We're gonna cook some good food, and then we're gonna shroom. And I got, I blend up mushrooms and put them in these little tablets. And my buddy says to me, he says, He says, so I just want to, get a nice little body high and, be on the edge because I still want to drink and hang out and have a good time. I'm like, yes, dude, I 100% agree with you. And we will get there. I promise you that is going to happen. However, I can see the future. And there is going to be a time in the night where we both go, fuck this. I want to get there. And we're going to be stuffing mushrooms in our faces. And it's going to happen. And it happened. And it happened beautifully. And I had texted my friend a long time ago, and
Like
I
you were
said,
stuffing
"Hey, dude,
your face beautifully.
the visuals kicked in, the body high stayed strong. I'm with my longest friend in the world. We're totally safe in my house. We got great fucking music.
That's
playing.
important when you're on mushrooms. You got to be
Yeah.
safe.
It's like we're everything's fucking just totally kosher. And I had asked him a long time ago. I said, "What's good? What's good to watch when you're on mushrooms?" After we had this conversation on this show, like what's good to watch? And I was looking for like Interstellar or Inception, something with great visuals and a tweaky kind of whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
Dark
he
Knight.
replies with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
That's funny. I was just gonna say Garden of Your Mind.
Yeah.
So when we were really, really high, we watched The Wall because you got to watch The Wall. Watch The Wall, enjoyed that. And
Like
then
the ones
put
in
on-
your house?
Yeah. Pink Floyd's The Wall.
And then your watch was
And
over.
then put on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Now, I was tripping so hard. I thought we were watching an AI generated and modified version of Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood because there were digital hiccups. I saw the fucking Matrix green lines on Mr. Rogers' face. And I remember saying to my friend, like, dude, where did you find this? And he's like, dude, this is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I said, I know, but how did they do this? How did they make it like this? And my friend's like, and we're both, at an equal level of shrooming, but he knows because he's the one who put it on. This is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The next morning I wake up and I go back to our viewing history and I see Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and I am in shock and awe. No way. There is no fucking way on earth what I was watching last night was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It was amazing. And then the next night we did it again. Same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. And then we watched The Music Man, the musical. So my buddy had never seen it
You guys
before.
watch
And he's
some real
like,
classics.
yeah, dude. Fucking. Anyway, that Mr. Rogers fucking, you know what I'm talking about. Like it was like
Garden of Your Mind.
I'm trying to think Max Headroom. Do you remember in 1980s? You guys would have only have seen it on the internet, but it was the show called Max Headroom.
Yeah, that's how I
That
know.
sounds familiar.
And as he talked, he went. That's what Mr. Rogers was doing, and so it was that's what I mean when I say it was a very
Yeah.
successful.
Well,
Right.
it's nice to know that his legacy lives on.
Yeah,
Um,
try it. You'll
Yeah.
like it.
there was that movie with Tom Hanks and Matthew Rhys a few years ago, where Tom Hanks played Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that's right.
Was it
Yeah, A
Matthew
Beautiful
Rhys?
Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and akin to Dawson's Successful Weekend. Watching that movie was like taking ayahuasca for me. I don't know why, but it was just maybe I was in the mood that I was in, but it changed me. I was just like, man, this is incredible.
Is that
Like,
an emotional purge?
It had an emotional purge, and then like like there's this scene where Tom Hanks just stares into the camera and into the center of my eyeballs and into my soul while he, and it's just like a weird moment, and it's just very effective for me. Like, I mean, I don't know what it did for everybody else, and I don't know like what the ratings were. But I was just like, dang, this is some powerful stuff, man.
95% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
yeah, watch
I think
it.
Kalen would agree that an emotional purge is also a hallmark of a successful mushroom trip. I didn't have that. I didn't have any. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that time or place.
Well, it's also kind of tougher when you're drinking at the same time. I mean, like a pure mushroom trip, no alcohol. That's kind of the time for an emotional purge, not when you're having drinks. That alters it.
It was vodka, sodas, and Coors Light.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You're just having fun at that point.
If I watch The Purge, will I have an emotional purge?
Yes.
On shrooms, definitely.
On shrooms, yes.
All right, and look, everybody keeps talking about that movie, The Substance. I'm getting very close to checking out
Reading it.
the trailer. Yeah, or reading it. Yeah, so just a heads up. I mean, she's getting a lot of attention for it. She got nominated for it, didn't she?
She
sure
won.
did.
She won the Golden Globe.
Yeah, but for she got nominated for an Oscar, didn't she? Like,
Yeah.
How crazy
She's
is
the
that?
front
I'm telling
runner
you, place your bets on makeup. The Substance is going to take the fucking Oscar for makeup.
Yeah.
Matt, I bet she wins based largely on her acceptance speech at the Globes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, that seems to
Do
be
you
the
think-
prevailing wisdom these days.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She basically
She
said,
said,
that
"Give
she
me
was
an Oscar,
written
I'll
off-
murder you."
Yeah, more or less. Well,
So
she
everyone
basically
was like,
made
"We
this-
better vote for her."
She made this impassioned plea about how she was written off as not a serious actor, and she's been doing this for 30 years, and she's never gotten any recognition or nomination or anything. And it was just like it was a heartfelt thing, but it was also like a wake up
Reverse
call.
psychology.
And you know she's going through a lot personally.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. I never thought about that just till this moment, but you're right. Like a lot of the Golden Globes acceptance speeches maybe just be campaigning.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Wild.
I'll buy that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it worked. All right. Oh, by the way, Matt, because you pay
buddy.
attention to all the Oscars stuff, and you famously had some of the best segments on the Corolla Show, reading the Oscars jokes in the old timey voice. Which, yeah, I go back and listen to every once in a while, just because you nailed it.
I got to pull that out for a memorable moment
So
from the
good.
Ace Awards
It's so
archives
good.
because that shit was good. I'll do that around the Oscars.
I was reading like all the Oscar noms. I don't think I've seen a lot of these movies. Is it a weak movie year, or am I just
It's a weak
missing out?
movie year. It's still COVID hangover.
Okay, so
And especially, I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen a lot of the movies either, but there's one that's buzzing around that I keep hearing about that apparently is fucking horrible.
Wicked?
But everyone keeps talking about this movie, Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez.
And everyone says it's dog shit, and I guess it's like the favorite to fucking win.
It's
like,
nominated
Matt
for the
seen it.
most Academy Awards,
Matt,
but it
this
doesn't
seems
It's nominated for
necessarily.
the same awards as like Titanic or like Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. I have. I mean, it's on Netflix, so it's
Yeah.
very easily accessible. But I too have heard that it's not especially good.
It's-
And also, Chris, to kind of circle back to your question, what I have heard from like Oscar pundits is not that it is such a weak year per se. It's just that there's not really like a big front runner. Like even that movie that's nominated for the most, we're all in agreement that it's probably dog shit. So this is like an unusual year where there's not like an Oppenheimer type of movie where just everybody knows going into the Oscars that this thing's going to sweep.
Yeah, no.
Dawson,
big
do you know
wrecking
about
ball.
Amelia Perez?
Dawson
Bad
has
timing.
left. Dawson has.
Oh,
left.
Dawson left. Okay, well I
Yeah,
can't
the
see. I'm
building.
sorry. That's my
I'm
bad.
sorry,
Caleb,
I-
do you
I
know
had
the
to
log
tweet.
line for Amelia Perez? Like, do you
No.
know what the premise is? All right, let me see if I can sell
Oh,
this
it's
movie.
something about like
Let me see
they're
if I can
in
sell,
like
sell you.
Mexico or Colombia, and it's
Okay,
a
so it's-
singer or a cartel person.
Oh, here we go,
It's- I
Gary.
don't know.
Correct. It is a Spanish language musical directed by a French director
Ugh.
that is 3 hours long about a
Ugh.
cartel kingpin who becomes transgender.
Oh, jeez.
And there's apparently a song that surrounds the sex change operation called like From a Penis to a Vagina. And it is apparently you have no idea what the story is for the first 45 minutes of this 3-hour Spanish language.
Okay.
There's
so this
never
is-
been a better time
this
for
is a
Mel
woke
Gibson
thing.
to fix Hollywood.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. I saw the fucking trailers for his new movie. It didn't I don't know.
Flight
The
risk?
makeup on bald Mark Wahlberg
Yeah.
looks pretty rough in that
It looked
trailer.
pretty bad.
I heard
It
he
looked
really
pretty
shaved
bad.
his head, or did I just read like a fake Hollywood fact?
I don't know, man. Whatever. If it's real,
He
it's
looks
worse.
absolutely crazy in that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man.
I love me some
bet that
Topher
movie's
Grace.
fun. I look forward to not paying for it and seeing it one
I
day.
like Mark Wahlberg stepping outside his lane a little bit, not just doing the Mark Wahlberg every time. So maybe I will watch this.
Right.
That. But I'm just saying
Right.
it did not look super solid. But
No, the trailer
Yeah.
looks kind of tough.
Well, I'm glad we're talking movies. As all of our listeners know, and all of our new listeners who have just tuned in, we are movie experts, and we are doing a movie club this week for Patreon. So make sure to watch Rush Hour 2 on Netflix, where we shall dissect and discuss.
Strangely
that.
not nominated for any Academy Awards. It's weird.
Criminal.
Yeah, criminal, exactly.
I remember turning on, because we originally were doing Rush Hour 1 before we were corrected that we've already done Rush Hour 1 for Movie Club.
About a year and a half ago,
Yeah,
so it wasn't even that long ago.
I remember pushing play on Rush Hour 1, just so giddy that I get to watch Rush Hour 1 again. And my first thought was, why isn't this movie, why isn't everybody still talking about this movie? Why is it not holding up? The jokes, I bet the jokes are good if I remember. It's a really fun movie. And it's directed by Brett Ratner. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh.
What'd he do? Did he get me
not
three?
good stuff.
He definitely was. Yeah.
He was
He was a real knucklehead, apparently.
Yeah. Say the least.
Allegedly, Gary. I don't want your
Yeah,
strong
I'm
language to
He
get
was
us in trouble.
an alleged knucklehead. There were apparently some shenanigans, allegedly.
A lot of Michigas.
But anyway, that will be our Rush Hour 2 movie club this week. So tune in.
That'll be
Patreon.
right after our meetup, which is going to happen on Thursday at 6:30 Pacific.
I will
for
say
all
there's a
the,
new Facebook member. You have to answer questions just to basically prove you're real. And one of our questions on Facebook, if you want to join our group, is where do you find a new episode of Watercooler every week? And the guy was like, Patreon. You guys say it 1,000 times per episode.
So it's working.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. All right. Yeah, there's a branding. There's a branding method or technique where if you say something 7 times, that's what it takes for it to stay in somebody's brain and have you be memorable. So it has to
Dude, are
be
you
said
kidding me?
7
I
times.
ordered 3 fart pedals before this conversation even ended.
Smart.
All right. Well, let's do a little bit of Bus Makes Me Feel Good, and then we'll hit some comments. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bussin' makes me feel good.
All right, and these are my journal entries from my bus trip in 2006, where me and 15 other close friends bought a school bus and took it around the country for a month and a half. All right, so this is the what day is it? So the June 28th. So we started the 25th. So this is day 3, day 4. Yeah. I don't know how you want to count it. So we left Oklahoma City, where we had Bennigan's for the first time. Really stoked on that. Met Jamie, the waitress.
What a trip so
Yeah,
far.
you really hit it off with the waitress, but like so many Western characters, you had to hit the road, move
That's
on
right.
to another town.
And go east. So
Happy
we are
trip.
now in Memphis, Tennessee.
Ooh, the birthplace of the king.
That's right. Let's see here. Memphis, Tennessee. It's early morning or late night, and the boys set up camp outside of some campground gates because it's closed.
I like this.
Well, boys, we're
Chris wouldn't
finally
have.
here.
Chris had probably stayed in the bus.
Oh
He
no!
didn't want to get in trouble.
Half the guys sleep in the tents while the other half sleep on the bus. I'm on the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
good,
bus boy.
smart.
When we wake up, we search the campgrounds for showers. It would have been my first shower of the trip.
Oh,
Had
Hold
a
on,
kid.
would have been?
But while searching for the showers, we discovered there was a pool. So we decided to go in the
Hey.
pool.
Yeah.
Because-
Chlorine will clean it.
Yeah.
because it was hot as F.
was this campground still closed when you guys did this?
No, I think
Okay, it opened the
yeah.
next day. Okay.
And also, Chris, at this age, I don't know when you're going to start talking about the humidity on the East Coast. But when you say it's hot as
They haven't
fuck,
gotten there yet.
there's a no, dude.
No, it might have
fucking
been- that might be
Tennessee
humidity, yeah.
has
Oh.
humidity.
Look, I wasn't the wordsmith that I am now.
Right.
And
I just want to say, when you say it's hot as fuck, you don't just mean it's California, fucking LA, 113 degrees hot as fuck. It's with 90% humidity, or it's somewhere around there. It's uncomfortable.
And knowing me, I don't think I spent, and based off how messy my handwriting is, I don't think I spent a lot of time on this journal, so they could have just been quick thoughts that I just want to get out, just have later. Which, I mean, it's worth it now. Let's see. So the pool was huge. We swam and had a gay time. Back then, gay meant happy.
That's right. Right.
Then
I remember those days.
Then the
those days were pretty gay, bro.
yeah,
Chris,
then-
was there? Does it say if there was a hot tub? I'm wondering if these are jacuzzi thoughts.
Then the next best part, shower.
That's a David DOT reference, Dawson.
Wow.
Oh no, I know. I can't wait to
Oh,
get
okay.
the comments.
Then the next best
Jalen.
part, shower. We all shower in the locker room, and I feel 100.
Now, was that an
wasn't even
intentional
a thing back
misspelling?
then. For real?
Yeah.
Chris,
You
was
just-
that for real?
Yeah,
For
I
real?
think you
That
were ahead
far.
of your time.
Yeah.
I
with
feel
that
100. I feel 100%, but reading it now, I'm
Okay.
Oh,
100,
yeah, okay.
100.
Damn, I just thought you were a time traveler for a second.
Yeah, showers.
Yeah,
are
so that's not for real. For real.
I mean, 100 was a thing back then.
I don't
like-
think so. I don't
But he
think
said
2006?
100%.
2006,
He was feeling
no way.
100%.
He
Yeah.
said 100, without the R in it. Like that's not something we
He's-
said.
Came
No,
out-
he's
how old were
writing
you
it in
2006?
shorthand. He
One?
wrote 100%.
Yeah. So showers are not something to be taken for
14,
granted.
all right.
After cleaning the bus for the millionth time, we head to the National Civil Rights Museum.
Boring.
We get there. This is the actual spot where Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated.
Did you get another certificate
Now-
of bravery?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
That's pretty good. Okay, I just,
He's speechless.
I'm sorry. I don't want to prolong this
More jacuzzi thoughts.
uncomfortable feeling, but Chris, I do want to say that the site that a bunch of 21, 22-year-old guys, 19-year-old guys, whatever,
Just call him Fisherman.
fishermen,
Don't let that catch on.
I don't know. I'm impressed that y'all, Howdy partners, went to a civil rights museum.
Why not, partner?
Why not?
By the way, shout out to
You
the
didn't go to
person who-
Graceland. I'll guarantee you that. You didn't go to Graceland.
Shout out to the person who referenced fishing in the Yamaha.
Yeah, that was the one I saw too. I was dying at that. Oh,
Anyway, the museum was chock full of pictures and other info.
Sounds like a pretty high quality place, man.
Sounds like one of Matt's shays.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
like Matt on lingo.
the other. Okay. Anyway, so we then go to a trolley. Okay, and ride it down the main street to a restaurant called Westies.
The
There you go.
main
We got a
street,
shay.
by the way, Chris, is Beale Street.
Beale Street, yes.
And did you listen to Mark Cohn's Walking in Memphis while you did any of
I mean,
this?
they actually just have speakers all over Beale Street that just
Playing
play
that song?
Yeah, just
100%. I will. I think you might be
100.
fucking with me, but I will totally believe that.
So we go to Westies. The place reeked of cigarettes, but had a good atmosphere. Our waiter was a character, and basically what Memphis was all about. Reggie Price was his name, but he
Like
was
he got the last name.
yeah.
And Memphis was his game.
Reggie Price was his name, but he was AKA Country and King Dingaling.
What is happening?
So he was also known as Country or King Dingaling. I've never had a more outgoing, eccentric, funny, and witty waiter before. Definitely.
I mean, if those were my two nicknames, some people call me Country and some people call me King Dingaling. I don't think I would tell people about the second nickname.
Well, he did, and we loved him. Best restaurant experience so far. We then get a game of football going after dinner. Or after lunch, I mean. While everyone is getting refreshed, I skated a super long manual pad and basically did the longest manual of my life. I was stoked. The football game was really fun on a non-conventional field. It was right in front of the Lorraine Hotel on a field
in a parking lot.
On a field that looked like this, and then I drew it.
Okay.
And it was
Can we see the pic?
A hill.
By all means, show the drawing.
I don't know if it'll focus. It's at the bottom there.
Oh wow.
Wow.
It looks like an obtuse angle.
It looks like a hill.
Yeah, it was on a hill. Really good game, although we lost. Bummer. While the other half was
acute angle.
Yeah.
That was an acute angle.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
remember this. While the other half went to get more food, we came across some info. College night at a club.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we decided to go check it out. And I mean, it's like Memphis is like twice as long. There's a lot happening in Memphis. So I'll just stop there. But anyway.
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
So yeah, I'll pick it up from there later. And some bands that I was really getting into on this trip. If you want to talk about emotional purging, Something Corporate, Jack's Mannequin, Air, Saves the Day, and The Rocket Summer. Oh,
interesting.
And also Dashboard Confessional. So there you go.
Those are
okay. I know that one.
no. Are these any of these bands you saw live, or was this music for the road?
We would just play music. And I do remember. I don't know if I
because those are all great band names, but I've only heard of the last one.
They're real bands.
I like Rocket Summer. I would like to listen to Rocket Summer.
So
just based on their name.
There's a guy on the bus. His name's Taylor. He's actually I think I've played the call before where we thought we called each other.
Yeah, I'm remembering this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And so that person was Taylor, and he liked to drive as long as he could just to see if he could do it, and he would drive till he basically started hallucinating.
Yeah.
And
this is why boys should not
let
be
him do
trusted.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to play that.
Nobody on the bus said, "Hey, maybe it's not a good idea that Taylor drives until he hallucinates."
Yeah, well, we like to one up each other, and so he was like, "I'm gonna drive as long as I can." He would go like truck drivers would be proud how long he would go, and
Like
and I remember
Austin Powers bit, like I like to live dangerously. Fuck.
I remember I think it was on the way to Memphis. And
all the way to Memphis.
And we would drive
name that band.
We'd basically Saves the Day.
Dashboard confessionals.
He would basically he was driving through we'd drive through the night, and he would start falling asleep, and we'd always have one navigator up with the driver just so the person wouldn't fall asleep. And I forget who it was, but we were all sleeping, and the navigator's like, "Let me just put on a song that would wake you up a little bit." And he puts on "Since You've Been Gone" by Kelly Clarkson. And this is the middle of the night. And
that's the wrong "Since You've Been Gone."
And I know it's not a Rainbow.
"Since You've Been Gone" by Rainbow.
I kind of like the
"Since
choice.
You've Been Gone" by Rainbow. And then "Since You've Been
It's
Gone"
a
by the
party song right there.
Cars.
That'll get anybody going.
Yeah, this is "Since You've Been Gone."
Anybody
The
going.
U is the letter U, Das. It's like you're texting it.
Okay.
And it starts with that guitar intro, like do 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 do. Here's the thing, psh, we started off friends, and then I remember just one guy wakes up and just kind of bobbing his head, and then like the next three guys,
yeah,
then
dude, you guys started the wave.
Said that song will get anybody going.
And then we're all just like freaking just going so hard. We're
That's good.
strobing the light inside, and it's just like the craziest dance party mosh pit to "Since You've Been Gone" in a bus. And I remember just partying so hard.
And then he crashed.
And then it was very sad after that. But
The band was Mott the Hoople, for those of you playing at home.
Yeah,
And,
nobody got that.
All the way to Memphis.
The reason I remember this, I just
Somebody
thinking of
was.
this
I guarantee
prank
at
call.
least one person was
Nobody
like, dude,
got
that's
that.
Mott the Hoople. No, somebody did.
No chance.
I'm looking at my Gen Xers
I feel like
out
you're
there,
just making
and
up
we
words
totally
at this point,
know.
too.
I'm not joking. In the past week,
You think-
Nick
Caleb.
Davis, who's been on the show before,
Yes.
and he contacted me, and Jay Miller contacted me separately.
I missed him.
with two.
And
with
Dylan
the
Wren
same-
contacted me, so it's basically a full
Oh,
roster.
Well, Nick and Jay, from who we know and love, contacted me separately asking for the same thing, and that was the audio of the prank call. Randomly, they just both had it. So I actually have it loaded up. We're gonna let's listen to a little bit of it because I think it still holds up. This is my friend Steven had this app, which I don't think you can get anymore because I think it's illegal, where you can have two people basically call each other and then you can just listen in on what happens when they react. So each person thinks that the other person called them. And so this is me answering the phone to Taylor, thinking Taylor called me, and him thinking I called him.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening, man?
Nothing, just chilling at home.
Huh?
Just hanging out at home. What's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just eating some soup.
Oh, right on.
On brand.
Soup.
I don't know, Jen made it.
Oh, right on.
Like a coconut, like a Thai coconut thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, man. What can I do for you, buddy?
But yeah, I'm making some tea, you know.
Yeah.
I was probably gonna do a little bit of reading before we take the dogs out for a last walk. But you know, yeah. That
Okay.
soup sounds good though.
Oh, who are you with?
What?
Who are you with?
That's me and Lauren.
Oh, cool.
Wait, I think you cut out for a second. What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, man. My
Okay.
mouth must have been full.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, can I help you with anything, or you just want to talk about your soup and stuff?
You called me, dude.
And then anyway, we sure yeah, just,
That's awesome.
oh, it makes me laugh.
That's pretty awesome.
That's Taylor. Love him. And Taylor and I did a podcast together called Kevin's Cryptids, so you can go and listen to that. Eventually, we're the two main characters in that. All right, let's do some comments before we get out of here.
Nice.
Let's go.
Now it's time for listener
All righty, and let's do a couple comments from our Facebook group. And if you're not a part of our Facebook group, I suggest you join. Just go to facebook.com/group/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. It's my favorite place on the net. Join.
It's the only reason
free.
to be on Facebook.
Your answers might get read on air.
That's right.
Good disclaimer, Caitlin. Yeah. There were some people concerned about that.
What? We're not asking personal.
That should
stuff.
be actually be in our bio.
I'll read it if
That
it's
should
a
be
dig.
in the bio. Anything you post here will be used on the air.
All right. Controversial poll. Also, great band name. Mike J. Nelson.
Weird serial killer though. But go on.
I mean, there's a clear winner in the Facebook group, but I want to get your guys' thoughts. You're allowed only one ingredient on a pizza just for you. What's your go-to? And I'll just open it up because every ingredient is pretty much on here.
This is in addition to cheese and marinara.
Yeah, I think that's what topping. If you order a one-topping pizza and they count cheese as the topping,
That's so lame.
burn to the freaking ground.
I mean, look, I don't know. I'm shook by Matt's miso soup fucking finger. So
Here's your
I need to
two-topping
qualify.
pizza. It's marinara and cheese. If you want,
We charge extra. We charge extra for the second topping.
That place should go the way of lampposts in Oak Park. Okay, go
How
ahead.
dare you?
R.I. pizza.
Good God.
All right,
Pepperoni be my answer.
Matt's
for the,
pepperoni. One pizza
only.
just for you. That's what you would get.
One topping pizza besides cheese.
Yeah.
That's got to be the overwhelming consensus, I think.
I feel like it kind of depends on the pizza place. Like if it's a new spot that I haven't tried yet, I'm going cheese only just to get a lay of the land.
Wow.
If I know
One
the place,
topping.
Yeah,
then
but
I'll say
now you're
sausage.
going against
Really?
the
You will-
spirit.
That
Now
seems
you're
like
going
a
against the
waste.
spirit here, though, Caleb.
No, I gotta.
No.
No, it's
Why
not a
can't
waste. You
pepperoni
gotta
be
figure
that?
out
Cheese
the
is
base. You
an
gotta
option.
establish the base before
No, you
can
don't. You just
decide
get a
on-
pepperoni
agree with it.
pizza.
No,
and you're
no,
happy.
I need the
Caitlin,
base. I need to figure out the
Pepperoni
base.
pizza.
I'm with you,
Typically, I agree
Caitlin.
Are they
Caitlin
the
on a
cups
lot
with
of
the
things,
with the
not
oil
this.
in it, or are they the flat
Yeah,
ones?
they
put
should
too
be.
many
They
on it.
fucking
Put too
should
little?
be.
You got to establish the base first.
So I feel like while I understand what Kaylin's doing, I'm going to go with the principle of the bit, and I would say that I'm going to be the outsider here. It would not be pepperoni for me. I would go sausage.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. Oh, Kaylin will go sausage if you didn't.
As long as it's not a new place.
Now, can I add to that sausage thing?
No,
Here's a reason.
One topping.
No. I'm gonna add some thoughts. I'm gonna add some thoughts to your
That's gonna
choice of
cost ya.
sausage.
Jacuzzi thoughts?
There is never a better opportunity to find out what a sausage pizza is going to look like at a place than by ordering another pizza to see what kind of sausage they use and how liberal the dudes behind the counter are with said sausage.
Yelp usually.
Because of the weight of the food, the ratio of sausage to everything else is very, very light. So if you get a sausage pizza, you want to make sure that it is generous, and otherwise you order a double sausage.
That's right.
Yeah, I got to say, I kind of agree with Dawson here, which is just shocking. That almost never happens. But if I can have
that was more than you think.
If I could amend my answer, my one topping will be extra pepperoni.
No, see, now you're going against the spirit of the thing here.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, to Dawson's point, the sausage is a risky choice because there's a wide variation. If you order pepperoni, you pretty much know what you're getting. You're going to get a standard pepperoni. Some places, they'll slice up sausage links and put that on there.
Some places will load up a pepperoni, though. Like, that's too much pepperoni. Yeah. Like, that happens to me a lot down here in LB. Like, there's a lot of places that just overdo the pepperoni. I gotta go halvesies.
I am all about those pepperonis that turn into upside down cups for oil.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're great.
I would choose those. Mine is pepperoni too.
I think they're right side up cups.
I'm with you.
I get what you're going.
Now, Matt, imagine. Oh yeah, they are right side up. I don't know why. It's upside down.
Just not holding it, but you know.
Matt, imagine if you could fill those cups with miso soup. Would you be in heaven right there?
Miso pizza, sign me up.
I'm with Matt. My answer is also pepperoni, and that is the general consensus of the.
You also have to know beforehand which sausage they're putting on that pizza, because there's two kinds of sausage. There's too much the flat and the clumps, and if they're going flat, you got to
call it out. Say you got to go.
There's also though, Kaylin. There's also two kinds of clumps now.
Oh,
and the real good clumps is the Italian sausage taken out of the sausage skin and placed right on.
Okay.
Yeah, there are crumbles. There are now sausage crumbles that they'll try to put on a pizza and send that off as Italian sausage, and that's a big no-no. Yeah. It's like Italian sausage that looks like ground beef.
I am with you, Dawson, that like the crust and the pizza needs to be able to support the weight of the toppings. There's nothing sadder than loading up your pizza with all these toppings, and then you lift up your pizza and you realize like your pizza didn't.
I'm not sure if that was me who said that, but I do agree with that.
Yeah, just it's a bummer. All right, let's do one more comment here. This one is from Tony Magbanoa, and he wrote a song months ago, but got no love on the show.
Which, by the way, I never saw this posted months ago.
I saw it posted 3 hours ago. This happened.
I saw it out on a Facebook post that said it was 3 hours old, and I saw him complaining that he got no love, but I never saw this before.
He said he wrote a song for us months ago, got no love.
Was this before or after we watched Rush Hour?
Chris is racist against AI. That's what he is claiming. So he said, sorry, we all don't have your talent or years to spend learning instrumentation, Snake. Thanks. You think I have talent? Oh, appreciate that. The music may be artificial, but the lyrics are 100% yours truly. But I guess they only count if you shit your pants while writing them. P.S. Thanks for the shout out, Matt. Your AI
that does count for bonus points, if we're being honest.
Tony.
That is true. That's how you win a Grammy.
Man,
yeah.
Sometimes we miss posts. No offense to you or anything, dude. But you have submitted the song here. So the music is written by AI, but the lyrics
the music,
are written by Tony. So this is a collaboration with man and machine. This is the Ex Machina.
All right, Tony.
I don't like this.
Okay, so here we go. The song is called Watercooler Better Than. Okay, I do like this.
All right.
That's like my first guitar teacher.
Watercooler gossip, talking shop at the stand. Chris Short Dude, boss with 69 as the brand. Gary's Geek Talk, tech tips on demand. Joe Corner King laughs tighter than a rubber band. Matt Chillin' Star, food reviews the scene. Shay Fond du Lac, gourmet cuisine. Cheese ball lit, taste buds
Like how it
intervene.
picks up in that
Killing
verse.
flicks on the bean, critiquing the screen. Podcast crew always bringing the heat. Glizzy lovers never missing a beat.
True.
Talking trash, but they're tight like kin. Living their saga, where do we begin? Dawson's Tales, throw back to his youth. Neighborhood shenanigans, the honest truth. Peeing on dogs, probably fueled by vermouth. Drinking while he's smoking, interrupting, he's uncouth. Matt's got dim sum, sushi rolls too. Approaching doorways, getting transported through. Chopsticks clack, the flavors he construes. Food critic hustler, never missing his cue. All together they're a podcast force, be it Hunger Dome or Bird Box. Edit nothing, of course. Watercooler chronicles echo through the halls. Gary, Matt, Kalen, Dawson stand tall. Lost Dino tech jokes, drunken escapades ensue. Dice rolling, Glizzy's grilling.
Keep
The
it going.
podcast
Keep it going.
crew. The squad sipping white claws, all cheeseball kings. Tear up on Patreon.
That
do
qualifies
the
as
right
the
thing.
claw.
Do the right thing.
Okay. Wow, it was a little bit more. Verse 5, here we go.
Kalen lost his T-Rex and Insomniac. Stopped using cash, can't get his quarters back. Blue food exists, Chris disbelief is whack.
shut up.
Is Dawson just drunk or high off the crack? Respect all women, but never Chris height. Beam scale is final, don't even try to fight. 69 bangers always in sight, no matter the topic. Laughter out of sight.
All right. Hey.
All right.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I listened to that when I saw it earlier on the Facebook page on my phone, and it just hit way harder in in the headphones, like properly listening to it. So that was good.
I have one question in the whole thing. Like before, when we were talking about this pre-show and we were deciding whether or not we were going to give Tony the accolades and play his song live on air.
There was a little discussion. Sure.
I said to you guys, I said, it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that Tony wrote the lyrics, I was like, you know what? I like his flow. I like the way he rhymes, and I thought that was a well-written song until I listened to the entire thing now for the second time. And Tony, I just have one question for you. Are you familiar with a chorus?
He's not writing the melodies.
There's no goddamn chorus in the fucking song. Give me a fucking chorus.
Okay,
I can't give the
workshop this with Doss,
song. I can't give the
Let's
song.
hear an update.
I can't. Yeah, dude. It's
That's
like you
we'll
went up.
workshop it. We're
So you did.
workshopping
You
it.
did
Give
the
us the next
first
version. Yeah.
the first
Give us the rough
stanza,
draft. Here's the rough
and
draft.
then the second stanza was more uplift and more pop, and now we're into the song. The third stanza sounded like it should have been the chorus, but you just kept writing stanzas. A hit is a hit because it's a hit and it follows the fucking science. Choruses are real. Pay attention.
Well, we know who the Simon Cowell is.
And great job. Other than that, dude, really
love
cool.
Dawson
Except you didn't play it and
critiquing
you didn't
AI.
write it lyrically.
You
wrote
that,
a poem.
dude. Matt's
wrote a
horrified
poem.
right now. Matt's
You
like,
wrote
I
a
have
poem.
nothing to do with this, Mr. AI.
I don't know them. I don't know them. Chris, I want to know
Dude,
from you.
at least you got one thing right. I just gave you the real truth.
I loved the melody in the verse. I will be honest, Tony. I was not looking forward to playing this only because
he wasn't. I
came back from the music haven that is NAMM.
Right.
I love the soul in music. I love just the love that gets put into music and just the effort. But I heard this, I'm like, this kind of slaps, dude. This freaking guitar riff and the freaking
Well,
guy's
and to be
voice.
fair, I too did not know that you wrote those lyrics. I thought it was all AI generated. So when I learned, oh, you actually wrote the lyrics, then.
But hold on a second. Kalen and Dawson, what do you think, that he fed it a bunch of episodes of our show and this AI just wrote a song?
That's how I understand the big AI things work. You feed it information and then it creates something based on what
I
you
feel like
spit it.
he wrote the lyrics and then created
no
like
idea.
an AI song
And,
around
yeah, you
it.
basically write. You give them like a poem you wrote. You give the AI, and
Right.
it'll write
Yeah, you're not telling the
Matt,
AI like this is what
Matt,
that person.
Oh,
We
get
need a
ready for a
channel song.
Channels remix. That's
We need a
coming,
channel
baby.
song.
That's already a hit. That
There's
was
a
already
problem.
hit.
There's one problem though. There's no chorus.
There
It was
wasn't.
written.
no chorus.
It was
There's no
written as a
chorus.
series
Again,
of
it was a
couplets.
It's not a
rough
theme
draft,
song.
guys.
There's
It's a
no
rough
chorus.
draft. He's gonna go back to the drawing board and update us, and we're looking.
Here,
at
Matt. I'll write the chorus for
Nice.
you. Channels, 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 channels.
Hold on. Wait, say it again. Let me write that one down. Hold on.
Channels, 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 channels.
No.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do this. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Oh. I kind of want Casey Peters to get involved too. So let's Tony, give Casey Peters those lyrics and see what he can do with them. Let's put him up against the AI.
Yeah, let's get a fucking Bobo Boy collaboration rolling.
Yeah, I do want a collab going too. That's how the algorithm works. But anyway,
Tony
Tony,
gets slapped pretty hard. Though.
I'm
That's how the
completely honest.
partnership works.
I was pleasantly surprised by that, and
By the way,
and flattered
this,
that
if you
even
can see
wrote
this
all
on
that.
video, this is called a chillum.
Weed.
It's not a crack pipe.
That's
you have
just
smoked
what a
crack.
crack
You
pipe
have
smoker
smoked
would
dig.
say.
Yeah.
I will say, great dig, Tony. It's fucking clever. But I also said that I did smoke crack. I did that joke in front of my
Best
mom.
slogan you've ever come up with ever. I don't know why it's not already on.
I cut that as a promo for Chunk Nibbles and sent it off to the owner of the company,
I
and he
love
did
it.
not
Yeah.
reply.
I do that shit. I do that in my stand-up. And I did it in
You
front of my
should.
mom.
Go back to the
And
channel.
one of my buddies is like, my buddy this weekend, he's like, dude, how did you do that shit in front of your mom? And I'm like, she knows better than to ask. It's a character, mom.
Yeah.
It's a character.
There you go. It's a persona up there. It's not. Yeah, I
He
get it.
doesn't pee on cats.
It sometimes does.
No. But anyway,
Actually, no. See, cats you can't pee on. Cats you need the squirt bottle.
Right.
You can only
I-
pee on
I was
dogs.
misinformed.
Yeah.
anyway,
No, it's all
thanks-
right.
Thanks for that, Tony.
You missed class a couple of times this semester.
I did.
but
Yeah.
I'm hoping you're going to pass the final because, I don't want to see you again.
What about
All right.
birds? You got a bird? Is that going to work on a bird? Maybe a hamster?
They're going to short out if you pee on a bird because they're
That's
not
true.
real.
That'd be interesting. I'm thinking we use existing technology and just pee in a bird feeder. And then the birds
eat
won't
it.
go there anymore.
So, all right, so Tony, I guess the consensus is great first draft. We'd like to see what you could do with it. Maybe work.
I think we get
channels.
Casey Peters involved. I
Get
think we get
Casey to
Casey
help you
Peters
out.
involved. We do a little collab.
Punch it up, write a chorus.
Tony doesn't. He wrote a poem without a chorus.
Dawson,
Tony,
He
I
wrote a
loved
poem.
it.
He
I
did
loved
not write
it,
a
Tony.
song.
loved
Tony,
it,
you
too.
did
It was
such a
great.
good job.
It was
You
great.
don't
I was
even.
surprised.
I don't know
was
why
like-
none of us
even
knew about
listen
this
to these
either.
guys.
Like,
all
I
right, well,
think 3 months ago the attitude on AI was really fuck AI. And now people are like, it's becoming
They're like,
generally
"Fuck
more
AI."
accepted. Like, exactly, dude. It's becoming now. That's exactly what it's becoming.
You can use that.
Yeah. And also the crack one too. All right. Well, anyway, that will do it for this episode. Why don't we go around and get our plugs in GTFO so we can record a Patreon? I'll start over there in Long Beach, California. Kaylin, what can we plug for you?
I would love to plug me and my dad's podcast, Just Fooling About. We're going strong on new episodes. We got 2 great ones out.
Dude,
so
this is
far
the
this
least
season.
enthusiastic plug I've ever heard in my life. You're like, I'd like to plug.
They already
my
know.
dad's
They already
podcast."
know it. And,
Why
they
is
already
there
know.
sh-
And they've
get-
all already
put
subscribed.
some
So.
enthusiasm into it, man. Come on, they're new listeners every time. Give it
Okay.
something.
We've got a new episode coming out tomorrow, and there's not one but 2 great stories of my dad and Bill Paxton doing drugs together and almost getting caught for it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah. So yeah, check that out if you want to hear some behind the scenes movie talk.
That's fucking
some
awesome.
almost
There we
getting
go.
caught drug talk. There you go.
There we go. That's now I'm intrigued, Kaylin. So that's what I'm talking
There you
about.
go.
Gary, what about
Just
you?
fooling about.
Subscribe to Reasonable Doubt on YouTube. YouTube.com/Reasonable Doubt Podcast.
All righty. Das?
First off, I want to plug the song "Since You've Been Gone" by the band Rainbow. Find it on YouTube. That's also a banger.
Yeah, it is a great
You'll
song.
enjoy it.
Yeah, the guitar
Um,
is very fun.
I got hit with a deluge of shows Is deluge an elephant for me? Did I
No,
say that word
I don't
right?
even know
Pretty
what the
close.
original word
That was
is.
pretty close.
I've never heard that word in
Okay.
my life.
I've been hit by a barrage of show requests recently. I'm going to be in Granada Hills the night before the Super Bowl doing a show with Bobo Boy Jessica.
Ooh.
Then February 15th, the next Saturday night, I am at the American Legion in Hollywood on
Nice.
Highland Boulevard. Fuck yeah, dude. I think it's in a cool like floors down cantina bar. And that's you drive by that building, you're like, fuck, I want to go in there. But only if you served in the fucking army or whatever can you go in there. I can't go in there. Anyway. Then the weekend after that, I'm in Sassoon City in the Bay Area, doing a show at True Cemetery Brewery with 2 other comics, and I get a fucking 20-minute set, and there's only 3 dudes on the bill.
Nice.
Which is rad. And then on March 1st, I'm at the Ice House in Pasadena.
Yeah, there you
congrats,
go.
man.
Nice.
Nice, man.
So
Big one.
we're getting there. This is my 9th year of comedy. And they say that 10 years is fucking graduate school. So I think I'm, maybe I'm a little above the curve.
Yeah.
But that's because I worked for Corolla for fucking 18 years. So that's born on third base. I get a little leeway. Maybe I don't have to do 10 years. But anyway, shit's going good. I hope to see you at a show. I'm funny.
Hell yeah.
All right, check out Dawson Live. Matt, what about you?
Well, I mentioned horribly last week. I try to promote the true crime show that I've been producing episodes of.
Matt texted me the next day, mortified.
Oh my god. Well, for a really long time, these episodes were not available, and so I was completely not ready to promote this. And then as soon as we stopped recording, I was like, I wonder if it is on Peacock now. And sure enough, finally, even though they aired on Oxygen like many months ago, now on Peacock, if you have it on your television, you can just type in Killer Relationship. It's a true crime show. I story produced a couple episodes for season 3, episodes 4 and 12. And I have also gotten those numbers wrong multiple times, apparently. So it's really a struggle over here. But if you want to support the work that I've been doing outside of this amazing podcast, please check it out. Killer Relationship. You'll see my name in the credits. It's very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
Now that's a plug. Yeah, Matt did the plug last week, and he posted the real plug like hours after. Like it felt like hours after the show. Oh man, it just made me smile. I meant to mention that to you. Thank you. And then as for me, my band. Oh no, I'm playing solo at Marina Wine in Long Beach, February 7th. And
I know what it feels like,
That'd be
Chris.
a Friday.
February 7th
Now,
and
here's-
8th. I think both days. And then
Here's how you can separate real guitar players from not quite real good guitar players is the guy who plays a 3-hour solo set at a winery. That's a real guitar player.
Thank you.
I couldn't do that.
It's all gonna be fart noises. And then I'm also playing at Perks in Huntington Beach. That's the band. We're playing that February 28th. So that'll be a big rock show. Real drums, all the big stuff. So come out, have fun, dance, and that'll do it. So thanks again, everybody, for listening. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at Patreon. We love you. Goodbye.